that's the trainer.
Huh?
It's the trainer. The yellow Peril.
That's a Boeing. Wow. I figured that was a Curtis.
This was the training. This is what they trained the naval cadets in. Navy and Marine guys.
There it is.
Yep.
That was first just dawned on me. Here we is, Red.
They've got it up high so they can get the other planes over.
Well, there's the Enola Gay. Hey, Fred, just think of that. The last time that thing went over Tokyo, or I mean Hiroshima, right there out in Bombay doors, comes something that raised all kinds of hell.
Changed the world.
Yeah, it did. It sure did. Okay, Fred, in a little bit, we can walk up there, and right in front of it, we can look right down on it. Okay.
All of the planes.
Look at this monster here. This thing is huge. Them wings has got to be 12 foot wide. There's the propeller, cloth covered propeller. Huh? Oh man.
Looks like
Oh man.
Like a little wooden bathtub.
Yeah, just like a little, like a canoe, little small canoe.
And then you're right, the cloth covered propellers.
Look at that motor.
Gosh,
What is that? Chain driven? Yeah, it's a chain driven.
look at that.
Yeah, chain driven propellers. What an aircraft. What year is that, Fred?
I don't know, but he said no. He said, I don't want to play football in college. He said, I'll be working a job soon enough after I get out of college. I don't need a job while I'm in college.
Air France. That's what I think about.
Well, that's the one that didn't explode.
No, obviously that one made it. There's the Concorde. Underneath the Concorde. Lots of cool airplanes in here. You're looking at the world's smallest. Hey Fred, stand right there so I can get a perspective how small this airplane is. Look at Fred, how big it is. Look how little that airplane is. That plane is little.
Small plane.
It's not, yeah, you can almost stick your arms out to. It's only 10 feet long. 7 foot wingspan. 85 horse. It don't say nothing about the takeoff speed, I'll bet.
It's an amazing thing. You see these all the time in pictures and movies.
You don't get the size of it.
Yeah. And I'm looking for the German paratroopers pilot.
Yeah. Yeah, laying on it, laying on the wings.
Yeah.
This is the kind of plane that Hitler flew on, folks. Anybody's watching this video. Hey, Fred. What is that?
I would imagine that's where the people walked. I wonder if
have to put the ladder up against there?
no, you got a door right here. You got a door right here on the side of the plane. So they
Non-slip.
Well, they probably had that.
They didn't care if that crap flopped in the wind.
No. That I bet they took that off before they took off. That's just so you can get people on the plane.
Oh, and the ground crew took it off.
And then took it off.
Okay. Well, then it's got to be strapped on the back somewhere from slipping. I mean, we'll walk around here and look at this. Yeah. There's the Enola Gay. I gotta kind of get a general overall view of this place. I've seen that big R before on a lot of movies, Fred. Yeah. Well, what you're looking at there is the plane that dropped the bomb on Hiroshima. That is the Enola Gay. And it's kind of neat to see it from up above like this too, you know that? If it was sitting on the ground and there was no railings up here, we could never see this thing from up here. What a wing. Wasn't that like the first pressurized bomber?
You know,
There's a tube that goes down through there.
You know,
It's pressurized that they could crawl back there and get in that gun.
It might have been. It might have been. I don't think the 17s or 24s were.
No, they were definitely not pressurized. What an airplane. Oh, that's a big baby. That's a big one.
Look at how that wing swoops down. Like a bird's.
Oh, on the tip.
Yeah, but just
Kind of like a bird, isn't it?
just like
Yeah. Fred's talking about that drop in the wing right there, how it's it bends down there. But you're looking at the Concorde. One that didn't crash. How many did they make?
I don't know.
Huh?
Maybe, I'm gonna guess maybe 30.
I'll bet you one thing.
Maybe not even that many.
I'll bet you anything that France didn't donate that to this. They got paid for that.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yes, they did. Them French people, they would never give anything away. Bunch of assholes. They had to pay for that.
The only thing they give away is the crabs. American GIs.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Well, Enola Gay. There it is. Boy, it's got a wingspan on it. Look at that wingspan. Ooh, man. Look at the size of that motor.
That's the engine. That was the last one on display.
Oh my God.
On
the engine over
that
there.
engine display.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Yep. Fred, if that was sitting on the ground, you could reach up and put your hands on that word gay, because I did it. I did it down there. See, you could put your hands on that.
I've got
It's not that high.
I've got a picture I'm going to give. I want to
Yeah,
give you.
it's not that high. I'll show you that picture. I'll send it to you sometime. Me standing.
When we get back to my house, remind me of the Enola Gay picture.
Okay.
Just tell me that.
Okay.
I've got something you should have.
What are they doing here?
They don't want you leaning over and jumping on the damn plane. Because
Boy,
Jerry,
they make them shit.
Jerry,
Jump on that and run down the top of that
I
one.
am sure
There it is.
Somebody would have tried.
Fred, what's it? Paul Tibbets, right there. That window with the squares around it.
Mm-hmm.
There's pictures of him hanging out of that with his head. But you know, when he said when he was going like this, he wasn't waving at people. He said he was telling people to get back, get back. And you know, he had a business up in Columbus, Ohio.
Did he?
Yeah.
I guess the bombardier's set right there in the front. And you know what? I think this glass is here so somebody doesn't try to jump on the goddamn.
Well, you know, somebody.
Or, you know what, Jared? It might be here so somebody doesn't try to damage the plane.
Yeah, too.
Because you know what? Somebody with a can of spray paint.
Come in here and throw something all over it, like people throw on mink coats and animal fur.
Because the Enola Gay
Some
got the
Japanese.
atom-
The Japanese throw something on it. Of course, if they wanted to do that, they could go right over the top here. Wow, what an angle to see the Enola Gay.
Yeah, I'm sure they did it on purpose too.
Yeah, what an angle. I doubt that that's the original paint where it says Enola Gay. I think that's,
Might be.
Yeah.
Might be. And I guess that's the like.
cut through glass for emergency rescue.
I guess that's the.
Oh boy.
Gotta be the flight engineer back there.
Oh yeah.
The flight engineer.
Look at the gauges.
Yeah.
Fred, come here, look.
Yeah. You
Look
can
back
see-
in there.
Yeah,
He's
I
got
know.
the throttles
He's
back
got
in
the
there.
throttles,
He's
yeah.
the one that controls the throttles. You can see him back in there.
Yeah, this guy.
There's the guy.
He looks like he can control.
I wonder if Paul Tibbetts up here had control, if he had control throttles too. I wonder-
There's some control throttles right there. You see the orange? The throttles painted orange. If you just dip down a little bit, you can see.
Oh, them red handles?
Yeah, red.
I'm not sure the throttles, Fred. I'll bet that's some kind of emergency something. Anything red, anything
that's
red,
true. That's
and there
true.
is something emergency. And you know it's not an ejection seat, so it's look how complicated it is. And that's, you know what that is right there in the nose? Right there. You know what that is? Folks, you know what you're looking at right there? That's a famous Norden bomb site right there.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes, that's a
You're
Norden.
right.
That's a Norden bomb site. Parts for those are extremely hard to find. I've watched them shows of them guys hunting for them. It's hardly hard finding stuff for that. I wonder what the black thing is. Huh. That little tube sticking out there is no more. No, there's a wire going. No, there ain't. I think that's no more than let some air in there. A little bit of fresh air. You can't see it, but there's a little tube right there. And I see nothing hooked to it on the inside. It just might be something to let some little fresh air in. There you go, folks. Discovery.
I don't look at the tiles that are stuck to the wall.
Yeah, they've replaced. There's the space shuttle, the one and only Discovery. Was it one of the first ones? Discovery?
I think it might have
Well, this one was a lucky one. Look up there. Look at all them satellites. Them satellites up there.
been. I'll check out the astronaut floating.
Yeah, he's up there floating in space, right there. And here's some kind of NASA, what, glider?
Yeah.
That don't work in the absence of air, so that has to be for in our atmosphere. And it's got floats on it, see? That thing comes down and lands in the water and floats. Something experimental they were trying.
In the different capsules.
Yeah, that's
You know, they had one of the. I don't know if one of these is the Mercury, one of the Mercury capsules. I know in the other.
That's John Glenn's.
In the downtown
Yeah,
Air and Space Museum, they had a Mercury
That's
capsule.
Mercury 7 down there. That's one John Glenn. And I'll tell you what. Well, we're looking at the back end. Fred, we could go down there and walk right underneath of that thing. The back end of it. The back end of it. Look at all the stuff. Look at all these satellites, Fred.
All of this. I know. I saw it. All of this stuff is floating around.
That one looks like Sputnik. Right there. Or that one.
Yeah, it might have been. All of this.
You remember when Sputnik happened?
yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
the
we
one-
do world nothing. Looky here. Looky here.
Looky here. He's asleep.
Now, looky here.
I wonder what that is. That's not a motor.
I asked you before, have you seen the movie Space Cowboys?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know the weather satellite? It turns out to be the nuclear
You know,
missile.
I forget about that. So I'll have to watch that movie again. It was on TV not long ago.
Yeah,
I'll have to watch
that's
it.
a good.
Look at these satellites.
Yeah.
Look at here, the old television
You know
control
what?
station.
That's the one that went to Mars.
No, it didn't. One like it went to Mars. That's right, Fred. That one did not go to Mars, but one just like it did.
Well, I saw it on the tarp, and it sure looked like Mars to me.
Yeah.
I guess you got a good one over on me, Jerry.
I got one on Fred. Finally, got one on my buddy Fred. Yep. Before he realized what he said.
Like this.
Yeah.
Oh, gee, I guess.
Now he would have realized what he said in a minute, but I beat him to it. I beat him to it. Look at the kids down here.
Spartan 201.
Kids down here.
Spartan 201.
I want to tell you, them chicken wings, chicken nuggets is really making our tour smell good. Everywhere I go, I smell chicken nuggets. Well, what is that, Fred?
I'm thinking that's.
Can you show what that is? We're looking at this round thing here, trying to figure out what it is.
5 instrument unit.
That's how big the Saturn V rocket was. Look at that. Look at the size of that. What? 20 feet in diameter? At least? Oh, there's the Space Shuttle Discovery. Hey, Fred. All right, folks. You're looking at the big motors, the big motors of the Space Shuttle Discovery. Now, I'm not joking.
Those are some. I think they call them big ass motors.
Yeah, big ass motors, big ass rocket motors. Now, Kim Jong-un would get a big.
You're right.
About that motor because he's Mr. Rock. He'd want one of them motors.
No, he's a little rocket man.
Kim Jong-un just envious of them motors. Okay, I got to go up here and look at the tile. You know, each one of them's got a number on it. Each one of them's got a number on it. Oh, I can't. There it is. Oh. Oh.
You know, looking at these things, it looks like the blood.
That's your newest ones.
But
That's the new
you
ones.
know, they look like they're on the plane. The plane against is the same.
Man, there's a lot of rockets. There's a lot of rockets here. Is one of them the V1 up there? Or are these all American? These would be all American. There's a cruise missile. There's the cruise missile. Right there. Right there. I always thought that was a cool looking cruise missile. I always liked that model right there. Hey Fred, you see them pins right there?
Mm-hmm.
You know what that was for? Them pins right there. And there's the wheel assembly. There's the wheel assembly and the way it locks. And all that. There's the thickness. There's how thick the insulation is on the space shuttle right there. Looks to me like about 3.5 inches. Well, there's one landing at Dulles. What's the name of this airport, Fred?
Dulles.
Dulles International. Watch for the smoke. There's the smoke. Well, Fred, if you ever land here again and you're sitting on this side, look over here at this tower here and you'll think, well, me and Jerry's standing in there. Me and Jerry's standing in there.
That's probably the 12,000 foot runway.
Yep.
Look at that thing.
Well, we're leaving. Me and Fred was up there a minute ago. Yeah, we're right here at Dulles Airport. He's a noisy one. Yep. Headed home.